What's good, Samurai Gang? It's your boy Sue, and yes, we're back with another video. Y'all, check us out. Listen, we're more consistent this time. I'm posting on a Monday, bro. Like, when do I ever post on a Monday? It's been a hot minute, right? So, this is what I'm thinking about doing, right? I'm thinking about looking at characters that you guys recommend to me, and then we're gonna watch videos on them, react to videos on them, and I give my input of how strong I think they are in comparison. So we could even debate in the comment section. I'll sit there and debate y'all in the comment section. I got time today, feel me? So we about to see this. How strong is Asura from Asura's Wrath? That game is actually visually one of the more beautiful games out there. It was ahead of its time, bro, honestly speaking. Now, I do know and I do understand that Asura is a demigod, or he's a god or something like that, right? So a little backstory. I think he's like about, I know that he's massively faster than light, and he had galaxies thrown at him, right? I don't think he's like universal. I don't think he could destroy a universe, but he could destroy a few million galaxies and keep it pushing, feel me? So listen, if Asura's Wrath has an anime, bro, or anything like that, he could possibly beat a lot of shows, bro. I'm not gonna even hold you. Not the broken ones, obviously, but like a good portion of shonen. He by himself could, defeat. So let's check this out. This video is by Officially Divine, or Official Divine. I'm sorry if I'm butchering your name. It's by him, so we want to check this out.
How strong is Asura?
He's really strong.
Asura, or the Guardian General of Wrath, is an angry demigod whose power grows in response to his rage. He wants to get revenge on the self-proclaimed gods, and he will literally crawl out of hell to do it. Mantra, the power.
I think Mantra, okay, I know a little bit about, well, I know a good portion, enough to like have a power scaling debate on, Asura's Wrath, right? So Mantra is kind of like Ki or Chakra and whatnot. It's kind of like the same energy, but like their power stem from like prayers and whatnot. So prayers and emotions, I think. So if Asura gets enough prayers, and you already know he's like the whole rage or wrath, sin or whatever, something like that, he gets more powerful. To me, that sounds like two other people who get stronger by that one emotion, and that's Broly and that's the Hulk. Hulk being one of the stronger ones, because his feats are ridiculous, bro. Like, where does he stack up to like like where does Asura stacks up? Like, his feats are insane, bro.
Power system in this verse, equivalent to Ki in Dragon Ball or Chakra in Naruto, can be manipulated through a mantra reactor or by the priestess, and when it is amplified, it is shown as green mist that can power machines, heal wounds, and even grant beings godlike power. Mantra is the cosmic energy produced by emotions, either from the souls of mortals or from their prayers. There are 8.
Alright, so like, imagine if a Saiyan was in, like, if an actual natural born Saiyan is born in this world, you know how broken he would have been? Do you understand how broken a Broly would have been inside this verse, bro? Come on, let's keep it aside. You know how broken he would have been, bro? Oh my god, I don't even want to think about it.
Forms of mantra within this verse that these characters derive their power from: pride, lust, vanity, greed, violence, melancholy, sloth, and of course, wrath. These forms are the embodiment of human darkness, and those who can draw its power from within the human soul can achieve limitless power. Asura fights against a creature named Vlitra, which was created by Gaia or Earth because the cycle of life and death was disrupted by the souls not returning to her and instead being made into mantra. Vlitra appears randomly, becoming more and more powerful with each appearance, with the demigods barely being able to defeat Vlitra each time. Vlitra being the literal will of the planet itself, and its mantra level being stated to be immeasurable. Asura is able to do fairly well against Vlitra on his own, and with the help of the Karma Fortress, or the Brahmastra, which is a machine that is made of pure mantra, they are able to force Vlitra to retreat. Asura is later framed for the death of the Emperor by the commander of the Guardian Generals, Deus. Deus betrayed Asura because his only daughter Mithra, or the priestess, is able to manipulate and amplify mantra which the demigods derive their power from. Asura finds his wife murdered and his daughter kidnapped, and now he's on a rampage for revenge. Asura confronts Deus and is inevitably defeated.
Bro, let me tell you something. I see y'all see me struggling trying to open up this little bites bag, bro. This is off topic. I'm trying to open this shit and I can't open it, bro. Like, it's supposed to have like a tear. And I can't for the like, where's the fuck?
Thus is the death of Asura.
For the life of me, I always try to figure out, like, cause Argus, or the one that looks like Asura, like, they look exactly the same. I'm trying to figure out how are they related? Like, the lore for like Asura's wrath isn't like crazy. I don't know too much about the lore, like how they're like related or how they met each other. Like, I want to see Asura as a child or as a kid or something.
Tells him that he's in Naraka, or hell, and reminds Asura about what he said.
I got another question. Whatever, like, why does his pupils like disappear? I never understood that.
What he promised to do. Asura gains all of his memories back and begins his ascension out of hell, eventually reaching the top and breaking through, returning to Gaia. 12,000 years later, Asura's wrath is now stronger than ever after his revival, and he encounters Wyzen, the Guardian General of Violence, who has become exponentially more powerful during the 12,000 years that Asura has been dead.
I would hope so.
It's stated multiple times that the demigod's power back then is nothing compared to what they can do now, even calling Asura a speck of dust in the past. However, Asura with sheer rage is able to completely dominate base Wyzen, forcing him to use more transformations and put more of his power on display, eventually getting pushed to the point where he needed to take millions of souls, becoming Gongan Wyzen. Wyzen at this point is the size of the planet itself and is now using every last drop of mantra to defeat Asura, sending one finger.
Bro, that tells you, like, that alone tells me that they're like, the gods here are like way above. Well, at least he's like planetary. Like, he's about planetary. Well, not about, like, he could easily destroy the earth, like, without question he could.
Down to the planet to crush him. But Asura's anger and hatred rises to the challenge, releasing all 6 of his arms to catch this attack. Asura is able to catch his finger and starts firing consecutive punches at Wyzen, trying to push him back. After shattering all of his arms but one, Asura harnesses every last drop of mantra within his body and releases it in one final punch. This punch was so powerful that it was able to completely obliterate Wyzen, erasing him from existence. This punch generated over 7 Yoda tons of force.
Bro, I think Saitama, I don't see Saitama beating Asura at all, bro. Like, I don't see him, like, let me know what you guys think. Do you think Saitama, based off what you saw Saitama do you think that he could beat Asura? I don't think he can, bro. Because I don't think like, he's gonna punch him. Asura's gonna get mad until he, like he has that innate ability to catch up and grow stronger over time. And he does it fast. Probably as fast as Saitama, or even faster. I don't know. But I feel like based on what I've seen him do, what Saitama's done, I think Asura is winning.
With a Yoda ton being equivalent to 7
mid-difficulty
tons of TNT, or enough to eviscerate the entire planet via its gravitational binding energy. Yasha confronts Asura immediately after Asura's win against Wyzen and proceeds to dominate him. But we have to consider the fact that Asura has no arms and is heavily fatigued. Yasha proceeds to...
And was giving Yasha to work with just... Well, not really. Obviously, Yasha could just, like, you know, beat him at this point, but he's severely damaged. Later in the game, they fight. Asura wins, bro. He gets that dub. It's a hard fight, though. It's not like it was easy. Like, he one-shotted him. He's fast and strong at the same time.
Asura, sending him back to hell where he would lay dormant for another 500 years. It's actually been confirmed in an interview with project leader Shaiji Shimoda and production head director Hiroshi Matsuyama that Wyzen is the weakest of the 7 deities. Asura wakes up in Naraka and a golden spider enlightens him once again, and Asura breaks out of hell. Asura meets a girl who looks almost exactly like his daughter Mithra. Carlisle, the guardian general of Sloth, proceeds to slaughter the girl's entire village to kill.
So that's crazy. Okay, so I haven't played the game, even though I got the game on my system. I haven't played the game in a minute. So I didn't know, like, after Yasha killed him, like, he woke up 500 years later. I forgot that even happened. I thought he just knocked him out and then he just woke up 500 years later. So, like, when a god dies, like, okay, there's a thing where, like, they die and they can't come back. But with Asura, like, when he dies, he just wakes up like 500, 1,000, maybe 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 to 12,000 years later. And the whole situation just changed.
A mantra, which is what the 7 deities have been doing to get mantra for the past 12,000 years, instead of getting it through prayers. Asura ends up defeating Carlisle and the entire fleet of ships that were invading the village, and he falls to Gaia. Asura wakes up in a hot spring with his previous master August, who has been compared to Deus in strength.
That's my thing though, like, why do they look similar to each other? Like, he just looked like, Asura looks like that could be his dad. Like, he looks like that could be his pops. Like, they look exactly the same. Exactly the same. Asura's just a little bit shorter. Well, a lot shorter, but he just looked like a bigger version of him, but with a sword.
Multiple statements saying that he has only drawn his sword against Deus and that he might actually be stronger than him. However, the answer to these questions become more obvious as the story progresses. Asura and August have a full-fledged battle on the moon. Asura grows in strength as his rage increases, pushing August to draw his sword against another opponent for the first time. This sword releases August's full strength as he can manipulate the length of the sword, going as far as to push Asura to the earth from the moon.
That must be scary as hell.
They were falling to the earth with the force of a falling comet, even stabbing Asura through the chest, even the entire planet itself. Asura is able to break the sword and end the battle with one final slash. Asura returns to the girl's village, but it is too late.
This man is always losing some type of limb and regrowing them back. Like, he's a whole machine, bro. Like what type of specimen is Asura, bro? Like, he gets killed, comes right back. He can have kids, but then his arms is made out of metal. It's always been made out of metal. So I'm trying to figure out, like, what is he? Like, what is he, bro? Like, they're gonna say that he's a god, but, like, is he a machine? Is he, like, what? Like, what is he?
Hundreds of bombs are falling from an armada of ships to the earth, launched by Olga, one of the 7 deities. It completely nukes the entire village, killing everyone there, including the girl that looks like Mithra. This was the final push. His wrath, Asura. This transformation is the embodiment of Asura's wrath, and in this form he loses all sense of who he is, and his body carbonizes, becoming unstable due to the sheer amounts of mantra that Asura's wrath is producing. Asura releases multiple blasts at the fleet of ships in space and is able to destroy all of them, and even has the power to rival or even surpass the Brahmastra, which at this point has gained over 12,000 years worth of mantra to get to this level. Olga decides to use the Brahmastra to kill Asura, seeing him more as a threat than his Litra.
Look at the lengths that they gotta do to kill him, though. Like, they bringing out things that are, like, bigger than galaxies and bigger than the universe, trying to kill Asura, bro. Like, this is nuts, bro. Like, I don't even think I've seen this in Dragon Ball. I've never seen nothing like this in Dragon Ball. The only thing that could possibly be bigger than a couple of million, septillion universes is Super Shenron, and that's pretty much it. Like, he ain't, all he does is, like, grant wishes and shit. But this, like, it gets crazy, bro. Wow.
The creature with immeasurable amounts of mantra. The Brahmastra charges up its cannon and fires a blast at Asura, with Asura being able to react and charge up one of his own. Asura is able to temporarily match the power of the Brahmastra and eventually tank the attack, with the Brahmastra stated to be using 3/4 of its power to try and kill Asura, and Asura survived. The Karma Fortress of the Brahmastra's size is very contentious. In the actual game, it is bigger than the Earth. However, in the official game works, it completely dwarfs the Earth in size, making it comparable to the Brahmastra's eye. The credibility of the official works is advocated.
If that's the case, how big is like Jupiter in compare? How big is Jupiter and Saturn compared? Because I know like you could fit like the Earth. Like the Earth could be the size of his iris, right? Cool. So like, how big is Jupiter? I think Jupiter's like the size of the head, right? The head size. It might be. I don't know, bro. That's crazy. So they used all of that just to kill Asura, bro. That's insane.
In an interview by production director Hiroshi Matsuyama and project leader Shaiji Shimoda, however, the game adaptation of the Karma Fortress would be the most credible to use. Asura and Yasha fight again, and Asura is able to defeat Asura. However, we have to take into consideration that Asura is heavily fatigued after his fight with the Brahmastra, and this form is killing him in general. Yasha goes to fight Deus and gets dominated until Asura wakes up and shows a new level of control by harnessing one of his wrath arms and teaming up with Yasha against Deus, who is holding back. Deus fuses with the Karma Fortress itself to form Sakra Devanam Indra Deus, which actually increases the size of the Brahmastra, with it now having an entire lower half. Asura and Yasha fly towards the Brahmastra. Deus tries to use the hands of the Brahmastra to clap them closed, which has actually been counted 33.881 megatons of TNT, or a large planet level at a low ball. Going based off the size of the Brahmastra in comparison to Gaia, and accounting for the gaps of space within the Brahmastra itself, and of course the time it took Yasha's ship to reach the center of the Brahmastra, and other low-ball presuppositions, it would be large planetary at a low ball and dwarf star at a high ball.
I feel like he could crush the sun. Like with that size, that power, I feel like he could crush the sun. Dwarf.
Asura and Yasha confront Deus and finally uses his full power against them, and they get dominated. Deus heals and increases his power using Mithra. However, this was a fatal mistake doing this in front of Asura. Asura bursts into a fit of rage and completely bodies Deus and eventually defeats him, ending his reign. Gleetra appears yet again more powerful than ever, with multiple heads. Asura and Yasha are able to defeat the heads and now head to the center of the earth to defeat Gleetra once and for all. They are both banned by Mithra and reach new levels of strength and are able to finally defeat Gleetra, bringing this...
You look like a Nine Tail. That's crazy.
But it's not over yet. It is revealed that the Golden Spider was the one who bestowed mantra to their ancestors. He was the one who had the plan to will give birth to Gleetra. He is Chakravartin. He is God. Asura sees that he is the cause of all of his suffering and is the one that he needs to kill. Asura's wrath has now...
So, like, does Rimuru one-shot him, or, like, the verse? Because this verse kind of strong, though. I'm not going to hold you. I know Kudosai probably does, though. Like, he's outer, or whatever. He's considered outer, so, I guess.
Exploded, seeing his daughter behind Chakravartin's webs, and becomes the embodiment of wrath yet again. And is able...
Wait, so, I got another question. So, like, how does the Asuski god handle anybody in this verse? I just want to know.
To break through the barrier, however, Mithra sends Asura and Yasha down to Gaia, and Chakravartin says he will end this world and make it anew, implying he is the creator of the entire universe itself. Yasha infuses the heart of the Brahmastra into Asura, which has accumulated 7 trillion souls worth of mantra. Asura, with the help of his daughter, unlocks a new form which grows into the size of the planet, similar to Wyzen. And this transformation is called Asura the Destructor. Chakravartin fires a blast of Asura, which he's able...
My boy had like a couple of galaxies around him. That's crazy.
The King can protect the Earth from.
Wait, hold on. That doesn't make sense. So we can have galaxies with inside galaxies, that makes up. Wait, hold on. Let me get this straight. Hold on. I thought if a galaxy clashes with another galaxy, right, it could destroy each other, right? But he had galaxies already with inside this one. Is that possible to have a galaxy with inside of a galaxy? Like, I've never seen that before.
In a guidebook, it is stated that Chakravartin is in the center of the Milky Way galaxy, and the galaxy itself is being absorbed into Chakravartin. This is shown with all these planets and stars being drawn toward him.
Those are galaxies. Those aren't stars. Those are galaxies.
The distance between Earth and the center of the Milky Way galaxy is 25,000 light years, and this beam takes 26 seconds to reach Asura. We can see that this beam is moving 30 billion times faster than light.
That's crazy because to us, he looks like he's moving slow, but he's really moving fast. That's so crazy.
Asura is able to react and dodge these beams multiple times while flying toward the creator, putting his speed massively faster than light was. As Asura flies toward Chakravartin, he throws multiple planets and stars at him, confirming he is easily multi-star level, and even gets a meteor the size of multiple galaxies thrown at him, which Asura is able to punch straight through. Asura reaches the creator in 277 seconds, or a little under 5 minutes. Doing more conversions, we see that Asura was moving 2.8 billion times the speed of light. This would
Damn! So the man is the size of Earth. Actually, he's actually a lot. His hand is the size of the planet. So his hand is the size of the planet. He moves massively faster than light. And this is what I like about this. I can't dispute none of this because it's shown the facts. It's showing it. And you know how I am. I'm big on, you got to show me something. They're showing all his feats right then and there. It's cut and dry. You have this being this God who created the universe. And he has a bunch of clustered galaxies within inside of a galaxy, which doesn't even make sense. Like how you have galaxies within the Milky Way, within the one that you're already in. That don't even make sense.
We have to take into consideration that Asura is getting slowed down by all the planets and stars being thrown at him, as well as the blast from the Chakravartin. Asura is able to reach the Chakravartin and completely destroy his avatar with one punch, confirming multi-galaxy AP for Asura. Asura fights against Chakravartin in their fight.
So what happens if Asura was to hit somebody like in that form? He was to hit. Mind you, he's the size of a planet. At that point, to me, he just looked like he looked regular size, but he's really not regular size. He's the size. He's way bigger than the planet. Asura the Destructor. That's when he's like super big and shit like that, right? So that punch in that form can destroy multiple galaxies. That's insane. One singular punch. Like we've tried Dragon Ball characters that could destroy universes and shit, right? But we ain't really never seen nobody destroy a universe. You just say that, oh yeah, because Super Saiyan God, Goku, and Beerus and whatnot. So if Asura was actually in that verse, he'll put up crazy. I feel like he's beating down a Black Frieza, Goku strongest form. You wouldn't want to have him as an enemy. I feel like Broly could probably. I don't know, bro. Like it raises so many questions. Like who in that verse can actually contend with him? You got to go to like different counterparts of Goku, Vegeta, Beerus, all of them, because it's like, well, not Beerus, maybe not Beerus, but Goku, Vegeta, Broly, and whatnot. Because he's nuts, bro. Like all his feats are like concrete. You can't dispute nothing. Nothing looks like anything else. Like Saitama, his feet are like boneless chicken wings, bro. Like it's like, okay, he fought Garo, right, in space, and that blast that he punched, the gamma ray burst thing, right, that Garo did. it destroyed a few stars or a few million stars. That's what people say. He destroyed a few million stars. We don't know if he did or if he didn't. He just had a gaping hole within space because we seen like the stars spread it out, right? Cool. With this, we seen every little thing. So we know what happens. We know if a few stars were destroyed, a few million stars were destroyed, a few planets, a few galaxies. It's all right here in the game. There's nothing to hide.
He breaks through multiple dimensions with the Chakra Vartan taking on his true form. Chakra Vartan, the creator. The creator is so strong in his transformation that he's able to stop Asura's full power attack with just one finger and knock him out of his mantra form by just tapping his hand. Asura is able to gain strength through his rage, increasing to the point where his base form is now able to keep up with the creator, and he eventually gains enough power to use one.
Oh yeah, oh man, I feel like he could actually beat Goku, bro. Like Asura could really, you see how fast and adaptable his base was, bro. He went from being in the destructor form, and then his base is as strong as the destructor form. That's insane growth, and that shit did not take that long for him to do. All because he gets angry.
One final punch that completely obliterates the creator, finally using every last drop of his wrath. Overall, Asura would scale to multiversal with MMDL plus speeds.
Damn.
In the end, Asura was able to get his vengeance because of the immeasurable limits of his wrath. What's up, guys? It's Divine. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe and tell me what you think in the comments. Who do you think can defeat?
Only people that could defeat him are the ones who are like super broken. Those are the only people who could actually win against him. But then I don't know, because his rage would probably make him strong enough to beat them. Off of that alone, because he took L's, he came back, and he came back stronger. Bro. He has an innate ability to grow in strength during fights. Way faster than a Saiyan could, actually. Like, a Saiyan has to be on the brink of death to even get stronger and train. But he had time. He had 12,000. In total, he had 12,500 years. And he don't train anymore. So, off of not training, 12,500 years later, he gets massively stronger. That's insane. Anyway, y'all. You guys want me to react to more videos like this? You know what to do. Smash the like button for your boy. We could debate and talk about this in the comment section. You already know what it is. It's me, your boy Sue. We're out of here, y'all. Peace.
I hawk it, I stalk it, for the flats, not New Orleans. Got the pack from New Orleans. We snoring, we scoring. I'm high, I'm soaring. My clothes, they foreign. My girl, she gorgeous. The cloud, enormous. The winds, we hoarding them. The gas, I'm flooring it. My foot on the pedal, I'm going for extra. Rappers, the niggas, they not in my sector. Sharp as the nigga, I feel like a vector. Time to go past, I get paid by the second. $1 million or less, I cannot accept it.